Another still and sunny day, another stream of little boats. Another 252 people on Saturday alone. It's a stream the government is determined to stem. But its latest plan to achieve that, sending migrants to Rwanda, has drawn condemnation and now Christian intervention. On the most important day of its religious calendar, Britain's most senior church leader with this blistering assessment.
The details are for politics and politicians. The principle must stand the judgment of God, and it cannot. Subcontracting out our responsibilities, even to a country that seeks to do well, like Rwanda, is the opposite of the nature of God, who himself took responsibility for our failures.
The plan is to send illegal migrants on a one-way ticket here. Facilities in Rwanda where asylum claims can be processed and people resettled. But there's been a huge backlash. The Archbishops among the strongest critiques. While it isn't unusual for the Archbishop to comment on world affairs, this is a particularly pointed attack on policy. And while it's unlikely to cause any change of course, it does add weight to the growing chorus of voices objecting to the government's plans. And what he says may matter to the Tories. While church influence is not what it was, the Church of England is still sometimes described as the Conservative Party at prayer. Even here in Kent, the county most affected by the crisis, opinion was nuanced and mixed.
I think he was very kind of brave to say it. The feeling in the room, he got a bit of a round of applause at the end.
You've got to do something about the problem. It's there and we've got to deal with it. This is one way of dealing with it.
Did you think it was right for a sort of religious leader to intervene in policy in this way?
Sometimes I'm very dubious about it. I have to say, my personal feeling is politics and religion should not mix, but he did it in a brilliant way.
The Prime Minister's called the plans the morally right thing to do. Many of his MPs clear voters want such action.
I think when Justin Welby makes comments like this, I just actually see a little bit of naivety, really. I don't think he's in step with his congregation. I don't think he's in step with the views of the country. But of course, he's perfectly entitled in a free and open democracy to espouse whatever views he may have.
It's emerged that the top civil servant in the Home Office advised Priti Patel it was highly uncertain these plans would deter people from coming. But scenes like these, she says, just can't go on. But the right way to stop them, now a matter for political and moral debate. Helen Ann Smith, Sky News, Canterbury.